see. Hey, Chip, I'm still here. Where did I cut out?
Last thing I heard before this last transmission, you were saying that you had lost your place in the preamp.
All right. Yeah, I must have hit the up or the down button or something. I was on a different frequency there. Didn't even notice that. Anyway, we'll go ahead and take check-ins. Emergency or battery-powered stations wishing to check into the net, call net control now.
Net control. Control, please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Zulu, India, Mike, KQ4ZIM. Nicholas in Somerville. I'm in the garage on a battery.
All right, we picked up KQ4ZIM, Nicholas in Somerville on battery power tonight. Any others, emergency or battery power, call net control now.
Net control. Net control, please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Papa, Yankee Tango.
All right, I picked up KQ4BE-R. Didn't get a name or a location, but we got you in the log. That would be Sean in Somerville. All right, we got you in the log. Any others? Emergency or battery power, call net control now. All right, we're going to skip the EchoLink, and now we will take any stations whose suffix begins with alpha through Mike. Alpha through Mike, call net control now.
Net control. Net control, please check in Kilo, November 1, Kilo, Sierra Romeo, Nick in North Charleston.
Net control. Please check in Kilo Romeo 4, India Kilo Zulu, Charlie in King Street, and check me out tonight. I won't be hanging around.
Picked up two more stations on that round. KN1 KSR, Nick in North Charleston. Good to have you here, Nick. And KR4IKZ, Charlie over in King Street. And Charlie, I heard you in and out tonight. Glad you could check into the net. Any others? Alpha through Mike, call net control now. Nothing heard. We'll move on to November through Zulu. All stations whose suffix begins with November through Zulu, call net control now.
Net control. Net control, please check in Whiskey 4 Romeo X-Ray Lima. Angelo, Goose Creek. I'll stick around.
Net control. Hey man, go ahead and check me in there. KK4BE-R over here, Wildcat Chase, Somerville, man. Net control.
Control, please check in. Kilo 4, November, Yankee, Mark, in Pine Hills section of Cane Bay section of Somerville.
Net Control. Good evening, Howie. Everybody, check in. Kilo Quebec 4, Romeo, Tango Bravo. Ronnie and Muscorn.
Net Control.
John.
Hey, Howard, please check in. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee, Zulu, KM4YCC. John and Grover, put me down short time tonight, man.
All right, we picked up a few on that round. They got W4RXL Angelo over in Goose Creek. Sticking around tonight, KK4BE-R Jason and Wildcat Chase. Sticking around, KK4NNY Pine Hill section of Cane Bay section of Somerville section of South Carolina of the United States of America. We got you, Mark, and KQ4RTB Ronnie on the other side of Monk's Corner. And KM4YZZ John up in Grover. And John, I heard you in and out there. Appreciate you checking into the net tonight. Any others, November through Zulu, call Net Control now. This is KK4ZBE. Howard with 147-300 weekly net. Looking for check-ins, any and all check-ins. Alpha through Zulu, short time, battery power, emergency, call Net Control now. Net Control.
Charles.
Net Control, please check in. Kilo, Mike 4, Hotel, X-Ray, Alpha, KM4, HX8, Charles, and Goose Creek. All right, we picked up KM4HXA, Charles over in Goose Creek. Good to have you here tonight, Charles. Any others? Any and all stations wishing to check into the 147-300 net. Call Net Control now. Final call before rag chew. Any and all stations. Call Net Control now. All right, nothing heard. We'll call for a few more here later. Let me go ahead and see what we got on the announcements here. We got what we got coming up. It's going to be May before you know it. And on May the 9th, we have the Swap Meet Tailgate Sale get-together up in Sumter. The address is on the Facebook page. The address has also been put out on Signal. And I'm going to call it from memory right now. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me. I believe it's 9150 Old Highway 6 in Santee, South Carolina. We're going to have the Sumter radio group up there, the Active Amateurs radio group. I believe we're going to have a few people from the CARA, Coastal Amateurs Radio Association group up there with us. And bring some money and bring some stuff to sell. And then after that, we don't have anything else planned in May. It'll be June before our next get-together, which will be the 13th, as the second Saturday. But sometime in June, we've also got Kids Day, and we've got Field Day, which we don't have anything planned yet, but I'm hoping somebody will step up and want to take the coordinating job of that and start putting it together. I'd really like to have the Kids Day to get the students from the middle school out, try to keep them active at least at a couple events during the course of the summer. And that's about about all I got here right now. We're going to have to plan some things for the summer because our calendar is getting kind of slim there. But we'll go ahead and move on into the rag chew now, and I'm going to turn it over to Chip, our net logger for tonight, KQ4NMY.
Hey, Howard. Good evening, everybody. And thank you for running the net there, Howard. Not much to report here. I've been working on the net control calendar a little bit, getting it very happily adding a couple to the roster. And we've got, so we're back at 5 people on rotation now. Want to welcome back John and Mark, who have been away for a while. Great to have you back on the net control roster rotation. I did want to say I've been sending out messages on this 147.300 Facebook Messenger chat, and from what I can tell, only about half the people in the group are in that particular chat group are getting the messages. So I'm working on that, trying to figure out why. I apologize if you haven't gotten the messages that I've sent out. I'm thinking maybe I should have done it on Signal. Maybe I'll start a Signal group with all the net controllers in there. But anyway, that's what's been occupying my time the last day or two. And that's about all I got. So back to you, Howard. KQ4NY. Back to net control.
Comment. Go ahead, comment.
Thank you, Howard. Chip, everybody, I think all the net controllers are already on the emergency communications team Signal. Might have to add Mark. I'm not sure if he was still on there or not. Thank you, Howard. KM4YC.
Yeah, and Chip, while we're on that net control topic, if you could, I think you probably put that preamble together. Shoot me another copy of that. I don't think the one I was using tonight was the correct one. And the one that I normally go to, I seem to have lost somehow. So I would appreciate that. And moving on down the list, we got KQ4ZIM, Nicholas in Somerville. Go ahead, Nicholas.
Well, good evening, Howard. Thank you for running the net. Good evening to everybody on the net. This is KQ4ZIM in Somerville. On a copper J pole, car battery out of the garage with 1, 2, 3 poles and a copper J pole, probably 15 feet up. Club's going good. I'm so excited. Connor got an FRS. Yeah, he got the number. So we're getting closer to having a super test. We'll get stuff done. If it were not for the club, I would be down to 2 days. It's a 3-day week. Starts next week, so it'll be worse. I pick up my drive shaft on Thursday. Should be in Thursday, driving Friday. Try on my mobile antenna for it. Thanks to everybody who came out to the club. David, Nick, Howard, and everybody who supports the club. Thanks for talking to them. KQ4ZIM back to net control.
All right, Nicholas, appreciate you checking in tonight. Give us an update on that. On the school club there, we need to talk about summer events sometime here soon. And since we've only got about 3 or 4 more weeks left before school's out, we need to get a few things, I think, on the calendar. And but anyway, appreciate you being here tonight, and I'll get up with you on that. Moving on down the list, KQ4PYT, Sean in Somerville. Now, Sean was, no, he didn't say in and out. Go ahead, Sean, you're next on the list.
I'm out here on the back porch and out a VGC N7500 on a battery.
Sound good. Go right ahead. What you got for us?
On June 6th, we're going to have our Low Country Hurricane Expo over at Ashley River Park in Dorchester County.
All right, Ashley River Park, Dorchester County. Is that like well, I guess that's probably a county park then, or a state park, I would imagine. And you said Hurricane Expo, and that's open to the public, I would imagine?
Yes, sir, that's correct. It's 200 Rankin Road in Somerville. It's 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on June 6th. It's $2 for kids, and I think it's like $3 for adults or something. But everybody's going to be there. You're going to see our Aries group, the DART team, Dorchester Amateur Radio Team from Dorchester County. You're going to see fire department, Air Force. There's going to be face painting and games and water things for the kids. You know, it's got a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be a lot of hurricane knowledge passed around. Insurance companies, everybody.
Very good, Shauna. We appreciate you sharing that information with us. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate you being a part of the net, checking in with us tonight. Moving on down the list, and then after Nick, KN1KSR, I think we'll do another round of see if there's any more check-ins out there. But right now, we're going to move on down to KN1KSR. Go ahead, Nick.
Thank you, Howard. 73 is everybody all around. I really don't have anything, particularly a voice. So just hanging out listening to the net tonight. So good evening to everybody, and I'll go ahead and send it back to Net Control on the monster.
All right, Nick. Appreciate you checking in with us tonight, providing those comments. Appreciate you coming over to the school today, too, and bringing that ICOM SD card with you so we could program that radio real quick. And yeah, I know we still got a few hiccups there we got to get through, but we'll get them, I'm sure. All right, let's see if there's any other check-ins out there. This is KK4BE with the 147-300 Russellville Repeater Weekly Net, sponsored by the Active Amateurs Radio Group. If there are any other check-ins out there wishing to check into the net tonight, call Net Control now.
Net Control. Please check in KQ4WOG, Kilo Quebec 4, Whiskey Oscar Golf, and KK4MSA, Kilo 4, Mike Sierra Alpha. We're going to try to hang around for your ride too, but we are listening as much as doing code and what you say.
All right, very good. We picked up KQ4WOG, Ruth Ann, and KK4MSA, Justin, both in Macedonia. Any others? Any other check-ins? Call Net Control now. Nothing heard. We'll continue on back with the rag chew. Next on the list was KR4IKZ Charlie. Charlie said he was in and out, but I'll see if he maybe is still listening and wants to jump in there. Charlie, you still out there? Nothing heard. We'll move on down to W4RXL. Angelo, what you got for us, Angelo?
I don't got much around, just kind of fighting my allergies, not feeling good there. I did work on my car, but I did find a time to work on my car. Got the throttle body clean, and hopefully that's going to get that car running like it should. I've said that before about that car of mine. Not a lot going on, man. We didn't get much rain here at my house. Not much bit. I mean, a couple of drops, but I mean, I guess you can officially call it a trace of rainfall. And they say that we're supposed to get some showers and storms in the morning, but well, we'll wait around and see if that happens. Anyways, not much to say there. 73s, everyone. W4R itself. Turn it back to net control.
All right, Angelo. Appreciate you checking in tonight, and keep working on that car. Keep piecing it back together, because that's a whole lot cheaper than buying a new one, I can tell you.
Yeah.
So you're doing the right thing. Keep it running, man, as long as you can. We'll move on down the list now. KK4WBT Jason over at Wildcat Chase.
Yeah, man. All right, man. KK4WBT, man. Hey, check it out. The fella, the Hurricane Expo man, if you got access to Facebook or something of that nature, you know, hit up the 147-300 page. If you're already on there, great. If not, try to get there and pimp that out. Pimp that information, man. Put it out there about your expo or the expo that's going down, and some of the information that may go along with it. There may be other people that are not here this evening that may see that and want to attend, and that would be a good idea. Even, you know, might slap my kids around a little bit and send them out there. You know what I mean? So it sounds like it could be pretty cool. But either way, I like anything with weather. And speaking of that, it was nice today. It was. It really was. It wasn't too bad. It was kind of nipply when you got out there this morning, but man, I tell you what, it ended up being right nice. I think they said around 75. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, just enjoying it. You know, a little bit of sun. Tomorrow's going to be a little warmer, though. 79 degrees. Scattered showers. Now, this is what's crazy, man. What's crazy is the next few days that when you look at it and see the words scattered showers. I mean, that's at 70%, but I don't think that's really the deal. I don't think that the deal is like Saturday, I believe. And the deal could be, but it says rain likely. You know what I mean? Friday, showers late. Thursday, mainly AM showers. You get what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen words like that in the past few weeks, so I get excited. You know, I mean, anybody naturally would probably get excited anyway, but, you know, we stay in the 70s. 76, 73, 70, 72, 76, 81, 84, 84. And that's all the way up to the 5th coming into the next month. So, I mean, you know, we're staying relatively cool, man, and it's feeling good. We're all flexing, and we may actually get to see rain. Is it a drought buster? I don't think so. Is it going to help? Absolutely. You might cut back the red flag for the fire warnings and all like that, and that's a good situation in itself. You know, you don't want to have a whole bunch of electric storms come through. You know, Susie Ann flying down Black Tom Road, flicking her cigarette butt out on the grass out there, and then next thing you know, you got half to 2 acres of fire and, you know, housing developments over there. You know, it's kind of like mine. So, you know, you don't want to do that. And we have, it's been a nice breeze too, you know. It's not really just stagnant air. So I've been enjoying all of that, man. And, you know, that's pretty cool, you know, that we can have such good weather in South Carolina. Because, you know, as well as we like and enjoy all of this right now, hold tight. It's really going to suck in the summertime. And ain't nobody going to like it. And about mid-July, going into August, everybody's going to question why in the hell did we move or live in South Carolina. I mean, I really didn't have much of a choice. The Navy, you know, brought my father here, and that's where I've been my entire life. So I don't really know anything else. I still don't enjoy the summer. I mean, I might enjoy going out to the pool or to the lake or something like that, but not sunburn, not sandblasted at the beach, inclement weather. I do like that a little bit, you know, but I don't tell people that out loud. You know, and the humidity and the heat, it's just unbearable, man. But anyway, that's about all I got for the evening time. I appreciate everybody coming by. I hope Duke can put that stuff or some information, and if not, then that's fine. At least come back and say it again. Say it maybe 2 or 3 more times before we get to June 5th, which is not that long. Or, well, yeah, it's about a month or so. But, you know, just keep saying it. That way people can hear it. People like me can remember it. We're talking about it right now, but I'll forget about it in about 15 minutes. So until you say that again, you know, it won't actually deep seat until the second time. This is KK4WBT, man, over here in Wildcat Chase, Somerville, off of Black Tom Road in Berkeley County, next to Pine Hills subdivision in Cane Bay in the Tri-County area. I'll see 73 and I'll be clear.
All right, Jason. Appreciate you checking in tonight, providing all of those comments, and giving us a good update on the weather as you always do. And yeah, it's hard to believe that's Somerville. You know, it's right here. It's in Monk's Corner. We got to see what we can do about getting that changed. I'll go to work on that and see what we can do. You and Mark both. Y'all you need to have Monk's Corner addressed. And speaking of Mark, we're going to move on down to Mark right now to KK4NNY. Go ahead, Mark.
Evening, Howard. Evening, everybody. Thanks for running the net, Howard. Yeah, it's crazy. If I'm in one section of the house, my phone says I'm in Monk's Corner, and if I'm in the other section of the house, it says I'm in Somerville. So I think truly we anything on the north side of 176 should be Monk's Corner. But anyway, I'm not the Berkeley County planner here. Not much going on radio-wise. Just scrounging up some old antennas. Well, fairly new antennas that I tried in my attic that didn't work out. So I'm going to be taking those up to the Santee get-together on May 9th, and I've got some test equipment to try to sell. But also for the AARG, I need people to start thinking about what kind of a prize package we want to put together for the Christmas raffle, fundraising raffle. But anyway, not much. Just hoping to get some rain. I'm tired of feeling the grass go crunch, crunch under my feet there. But I never thought I'd want more rain, but I do now. KK4NNY, back to net, 730.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Appreciate you being a part of the net tonight. And yeah, we got to start putting some plans in place for the remainder of the year. We're getting close to halfway, aren't we? How about that? And we really haven't done anything so far this year. Well, it's only April. But as far as trying to do any fundraising of any sort, so it's time to start talking about that. All right, this is KK4ZBE with the 147-300 weekly net, sponsored by the Active Amateurs Radio Group. And next on our list is KQ4RTB, Ronnie on the other side of Monk's Corner. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Good evening, everybody. KQ4RTB. And Mark, well, for that December prize, I'd like to have a Kenwood D75. I've kind of had my eye on one of those, so just to give you an idea. Just kidding. But anyways, got a little bit of sprinkles here today, just a little bit, and not enough to measure anything. I watched it, I looked out the window and watched it hit on my truck and then dry off about the same time, so nothing to really count. But anyways, we ain't had any measurable rains still since the 5th of this month here, so it is dry still. Hopefully we get a good bit. I did see, like Saturday, one map is supposed to get like an inch or something like that in this area here, so that'll help, but it'll sure won't last long unless we get some behind it later on. So anyways, and then Sean, just to poke funny at you there, when I heard your suffix PYT, that makes me think of that Michael Jackson song, and I ain't heard that in years, but I ain't heard PYT together since then either. Pretty young thing. But anyways, that's all I got. Back to you there, Howie. KQ4RTB.
All right. Thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate you being here with us tonight and providing those comments. Let's see if there's any more check-ins out there. I bet you we might pick up a few more. This is KK4ZBE with the 147-300 weekly net. Any other check-ins? Any other stations wishing to check into this net? Call net control now. Nothing heard. We're going to have a light crew tonight at 14. we're going to move on down the list. Well, the next one on the list is KM4YZZ. John said he was in and out. But you know what? I don't trust him. I bet he's still listening. John, you still out there? You want to say anything else?
Well.
All right, move right on down the list. KM4HXA, Charles over in Goose Creek. Go ahead, Charles.
Net control.
Greetings, everybody on the net. Yep, I was over there doing something. Yeah, the rain sure has been pretty scarce over here too. Even though we had some dark clouds that came through and looked like they was going to do something, I mean, it wasn't enough really to, you could even tell that it rained over here. And that's what I got. Back to you, Net Control.
Thank you, Charles. We appreciate you being here and providing those comments. And I think I heard a station trying to check in. Go ahead, station.
Net control. Please check in. Kilo Foxtrot 5, Charlie Juliet Golf. Nick in Georgetown.
All right, we picked up one more at number 15, KF5CJG. Nick in Georgetown. Glad to have you here, Nick. And we'll be right back to you in just a minute. I was going to say something, but I'll hold it to the end of the net. All right, moving on down the list to Ruth Ann, KQ4WOG. Go ahead, Ruth Ann.
Hey guys, thanks for picking me up, Howard. Nothing new in the radio world. Not really. I need to study for my general, but I've just been busy between school and work and everything else and keeping up with the garden. Pretty impressed with Nick and you and everybody else involved with those kids. I'd love to go for a little visit, so I guess I need to monitor y'all's page more often. But yeah, feel free to send me a message if you ever want me to head out there. If my schedule permits, I'll be there. That's about it. KQ4WOG. Thanks for, letting me shoot the you-know-what.
All right, Ruth Ann, we appreciate you being here tonight, checking into the net. And for the school club, every Tuesday and Thursday from 3:30 to 4:30. Tuesday is kind of the hands-on day for the students. Operate the radios, program radios, all that good stuff. Tinker with antennas, check, do checks of antennas. And then Thursday is more of a study day. And either one. Nicholas says he'll take all the help he can get. So either one would be just fine. And we do it every Tuesday and Thursday. Now May the 19th will be the last one of the year. So beyond that, there won't be any more school club meetings. And moving on down the list, number 14, KK4MSA. Justin, go ahead, Justin. What you got for us?
Oh, what's happening, Howard? Nothing much, man. Just doing a thing. I'm listening to you guys during the daytime. I got a handy scratchy in the office there. I'm only about 4 minutes from the house, but I've been listening in. The problem is, for about 8 or 9 days now, every night when I go to bed, I think, all right, when I get up in the morning, I'm going to get the charger and take it in. And so we're this many days in, and I still have no charger, which just means I can't do a whole lot of talking. I'm still listening at one bar, but I am going to put it in the truck tonight. So I'll try to get out here a little bit more during the daytime. If it's a tram 5.8 that I got from Dave's estate, the mobile, and then let it drop. The mobile antenna with the blow flange and an adapter, and it works just fine. GMRS 350. It's amazing what 3 miles will do between that 350 machine. But anyway, something else I've been testing. But nothing other than just that and doing the garden. Man, look at you and Steph ought to come out here and see all the crap I got going on. Berries, squash. Oh yeah. Someone said bring a dirty martini. We'll just leave it. We'll make a sub. How's that? But garden's going good. Got a lot of stuff going on there, so it's busy. Wood chips here, trellis there. You know the deal. Anyway, 7-3, back to you. From KK4MSA. 7-3 Howard and 7-3 everybody on the net.
I could use a dirty martini. I don't think I'll wait till Friday. I'll wait till Friday night, hit a happy hour or something. But yeah, I'm doing the deck thing again, man. Of course, this one I'm doing now, I had to tear it down and then rebuild it. But just a little piece at a time. I'm not getting real excited about getting it done. I just do a little bit at a time until I feel good with it. And but anyway, appreciate you and Ruth Ann checking in here tonight and being a part of the net. And last on the list, of course, we'll call for check-ins after that, but last on the list, we're going to move on down to KF5CJG, Nick over in Georgetown. Go ahead, Nick.
KF5CJG, thank you, Howard. Let's see. This morning, I decided, well, I'm going to water the yard, so I watered it. And I had to go do several errands, and it rained. So I made it rain. But it was good because I cut the grass, and I didn't create a dust storm in the process. It's been so dry, you know. So that was good. Didn't have to wear a mask for a change. So let's see. Ham radio-wise, our friends down in Hilton Head got their new D-Star repeater, and hopefully they were unpackaging that today. So hopefully it won't be too long. They'll have that installed. So it'll be another D-Star repeater down there, and actually it'll be in Hilton Head, but it should cover busted. No problem. Let's see. What else? That's about it, I think, for me. Glad to be on here. Glad everybody. This is KF5CJG. Back to net control. Thanks, Howard.
All right, Nick. Good to hear you on here. Glad you checked in with us tonight. Provided that update. Yeah, you know, I've got one of those timers on a makeshift sprinkler system here in my yard. I water every morning, and it hadn't helped me any at all. Well, the water in the yard has helped, but it hadn't done anything for the rain. So yeah, all I got, if I went out there and washed my truck, it would rain. That's what I could do. I haven't done that yet. I need to go wash my truck, and that's my rain dance, because it will definitely rain if I do that. All right, let's see if there are any more check-ins out there. This is KK4BE with the 147-300 weekly repeater net. Looking for check-ins. Looking for any additional check-ins. Call net control now.
I'm probably way too far out, but if you can catch me at Kilo 4 Alpha Yankee Alpha, I'm all the way out in Coleman on 26.
KK4AYA, we got you. We got a good copy on you. Of course, there's some white noise in there, but if you got some comments for the net, we're at the bottom of the list, and we just added you to it. So go right ahead if you can still make it.
I'll skip out there this time, but I appreciate it. It's a little too far out for y'all well.
All right, Daniel, we'll be safe out there, and we'll catch you next time. But we had a good copy on you. You probably could have talked to us for a little while there before you dropped out. Any other stations wishing to check in to the 147-300 weekly net, do so now. Nothing heard. I'm going to open it up for a final round of comments before we close it down. Any final round of comments or ads or anything? Call net control now. Comment. Go comment.
KQ4RTB. I meant to mention this earlier, and it slipped my mind. I just remembered, but I was reading something the other night, and I didn't realize, but this is astronomical information, but the planet Saturn, the article was about its northern pole, because it tilts on its axis like we do, summer and winter. Its northern pole is about to swap, and it'll be won't no longer be visible for 15 years, because of how long it takes to orbit the sun. It takes right at 29 and a half years to make an orbit around the sun. So one Saturn year is 29 and a half Earth years. So, but a day on Saturn only lasts about 10 and a half hours. So think about that. That's some weird information there. But yeah, I thought it was interesting and worth mentioning. But that's all I got. KQ4RTB.
Well, that is interesting. A 10 and a half hour day and a 29 and a half hour, or 29 and a half year. So a year is 29 and a half years, and their 24-hour day is only 10 and a half hours. Okay, cool. Any other comments? Call net control now.
Comment.
Go right ahead, comment.
You are absolutely correct. The Austin Middle School Club meets Tuesday and Thursday, not this Thursday. The last meeting will be on the Tuesday, May 19th. Please let me know your comment. There's a 5-minute Raptor volunteer form. Any volunteer that comes in contact with students needs to be on the volunteer form. It's quick. You can do it at school if you want. Yeah, Ruth Ann, you're definitely welcome anytime. KQ4, this is that I am. Thanks, Howard.
All right, Nicholas, appreciate that. I have one final comment myself. Everybody remember that the position of Vice President for the Active Amateurs Radio Group is still unoccupied, and we are taking nominations. Voting will be held on May the 19th. So anybody wishing to throw their name in the hat for Vice President of the Active Amateurs Radio Group, or wishing to nominate somebody else for Vice President of Active Amateurs Radio Group, do so on the website. Do so by contacting any board member. Let us know, and then we'll get them on the list. And that's all I've got. Any other final comments? Call net control now.
Comment.
Go comment.
This is a question for Ronnie. Ronnie, so the day is 10 and a half hours on Saturn. How long is the work day? Back to you.
Oh, Nick, I don't know. I'm retired, so I couldn't answer that question. Hey, but here's another fact. Saturn's density, even though it's 9 times the size of Earth, its density would be like aluminum, and then Earth would be like holding an iron ball in your hand, just to give you an idea. So it's lightweight, but yeah, I'm sure the workload would be a lot lighter too. Back to you, KQ4RTB.
Okay, well, by my calculation, it would be 3.5 hours. That's a third of the day. So rather than 8 hours like it is here, it should be 3.5. Okay, back to net control.
All right. We're doing math already here tonight. How about that? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, about 3.5 hours. But then, of course, we all worked half days, right? When we were working, we worked like 4 to 4, so we only worked half days. So then that would make it a 5-hour work day, right? All right. Any others before I close this thing down? Any other comments?
Comment.
Go comment.
KQ4PYT. I'm posting on the Facebook page right now the email that I received from Dorchester County about the Hurricane Expo.
Thank you, Sean. We appreciate that. That'll get to a lot more people than the net here will. Even though the ones on the net here will spread that word, that Facebook page is just a much better way of communicating. We appreciate that. And thanks, Jason, for recommending that. All right. I'm going to open it up one more time. Last round of comments. Anybody out there?
KQ4
NBN, mobile. Jim over here on the west side.
All right, adding one more to the list at number 17, KQ4NBN, Jim on the west side. And Jim, we appreciate you being a part of the net tonight. And we were in the final round of comments, but we got you on the list now, so I'll turn it right back to you. What you got for us?
Well, I ain't got a whole lot tonight. I almost forgot all about this thing. Me and the wife, we were sitting out on the back porch having coffee, and my grandson comes up and asks me if I could take him over to his other grandparents, so that's what I'm doing right now. And I said, holy smoke, tonight's Tuesday night. I ain't got a whole lot. I ain't doing a whole lot right now. I did get a couple of yards mowed today and blowed a lot of dust all over the place, but that's about it.
This is KK4BE with the 147-300 weekly net. All right, Jim, we appreciate the comments there. Appreciate you checking in, adding to our list here. Total of 17 check-ins tonight. Last round of comments, guys. One more time. Anybody, anywhere? All right, nothing heard. We're going to go ahead and close the net. This is KK4BE with the 147-300 weekly net, sponsored by the Active Amateurs Radio Group. We're going to close the net, say 7-3 and good night, and return to repeater to normal amateur use.
I'll say 73s to those who are watching W4 are at sale, and that's the end of the show.